Hi, my name is Kevon Owen. This is my friend Jack Smith, and we're hanging out here talking about counseling stuff. Jack, you always want to talk about manipulation, and you never let me do what I want to do. What do you have to do whenever you're in the presence of manipulation?
I'm being manipulated right now.
How would you know?
I think one of the terms that is involved with manipulation is called gaslighting. The term comes from a movie in the 40s called Gaslight. And it's the idea of making somebody think that they're crazy, making somebody think that all the thoughts that they know and all the things that they know aren't true, making them question every little thing about themselves. If you start feeling that way, you're probably being manipulated because somebody's gaslighting you.
The way you feel is crazy. You're not right to feel the way that you feel. Well, we might ought to explore that. Always and never are two very common manipulative words. The things that you always do and the things that you never do. Well, you don't always do anything, and it's rare that you never do anything. Evaluate these words when they're being thrown. The reality that's going on here may be worth checking out.
Yeah, I think three major factors in being manipulated is if you're feeling fear, you're feeling guilt, and you're feeling obligation. These are three things that somebody can put on you, and if you start feeling these things and they're unwarranted, I mean, sometimes you might feel guilt because you actually did something wrong, but we're talking about you don't really remember doing anything, but you feel really guilty. Usually somebody hijacks the conversation and starts changing it around and making you feel things that aren't true. Again, it's kind of another form of gaslighting.
Whenever the direction is never introspective in nature, whenever I'm always endeavoring, whenever I'm redirecting away from me and to you, that's a warning sign if that's the way that the conversations most commonly go. See, a conversation should be transactional. Yeah. You should have a part, I should have a part. But if all of the flaw, if all of the mistakes are entirely one-sided, well, either you have a perfect friend or you might ought to check to see if you're being manipulated. Now, I don't know about you. It helps for me to have people to help me test reality. Sometimes I find out that I feel wrong because I am wrong, but sometimes people will confirm or help me to test the reality that I'm experiencing. That's where a good counselor comes in. Jack's a good counselor, and I think I do okay. If you want to call us, that would be great.